Now that me and you cannot do without having data subscription, without making calls, without internet, it becomes important for us to analyze this incident of increase in the data as well as the calling rates that has been increased both for MTN, Glo, Airtel and all of them. Okay, here is how I'm going to discuss it. First of all, I'm going to give you the background story that you do not know, the background story. Then I'll also discuss reasons why there is an increase in data prices. Then I will now come and talk about why is it that data you have on your phone now doesn't last long. Why? What happened? Why is it that your data is always finishing? Before you know, your data has finished. Why? What is happening? Then I will now come and talk about how to decrease your data consumption. That is the most important here. How do you decrease your data consumption? And then I'll ask a question. Then you respond to the question based on your experience. A valuable question, important question. You respond to the question. So let's get started. The first one is the background story. On the 20th of January 2025, NCC, which is the regulatory body for telecommunications, they announced 50% increase in the tariff of data, right? For data as well as calls, right? Now, the original incident that started was around 3rd of January or so, where the telecoms requested 100% increase on the data prices. And NCC, they are the regulatory body, they have the right to either to adjust prices. They come to conclusion that, hey, it should be 50% increase, which is like the 50% increase, they call it the upper limit, that there should be no anything above that 50% that telecoms can increase. And after they have interacted with each other, the various telecom services that we have in Nigeria, they come to conclude and increase it at 50%. Now, why do they increase these data prices, the airtime? Why are they increasing it? There are various factors. Now, I want you to understand that this video is not sponsored by either MTN, Airtel or whatever. It's not sponsored by any of them. I just want to give you knowledge. It is about you, not about them. Okay? The first thing is there is Naira devaluation, and this is not arguable. Me and you know that there is a devaluation of Naira, and as a result, a lot of things has gone up. Naira against the value, against the dollar. A lot of things has gone up because of this Naira devaluation, and it has affected almost all sectors. Food, security, healthcare, everything. Naira devaluation has affected them. Now, the next thing is inflation, which is also like a consequence of Naira devaluation. There is a rise in price of almost everything, and these telecom companies, they are operated by individuals that will need salary, and there are other operational costs that depend on these values, right? On these things that are happening in the environment. As a result, their operation cost is rising. Okay, then the next thing is there is fiber cut, right? There is fiber cut due to construction. When they are constructing different roads, they are constructing, government is doing a lot of things, they need to cut some of these fibers that their MTN, their Airtel, their Glo, they are laying. As a result, this is something that they are invested money in, and they are constructing road and they cut it. Definitely they need money to put in something else again. So these are all costs that are affecting the overall operation of these telecom services. Then we also have vandalism. A lot of people, me and you, are happy we are using this network, we are happy we are using it for our remote work, for our social media, for our small businesses, right? But a lot of people go out there to vandalize these things because they thief it to go and sell, and that is where they make their own money. Then we also have high operation costs, and this is like a general, right? Now, high operation costs, especially the electricity. There is there is some of this the electricity is not stable in Nigeria right now, and most of these companies, they need electricity, as in 24 hours electricity, in order to run their business. So they are spending money on electricity. Then there is what? There is salary. They need to pay their workers and all the other things that are happening. Then the next thing is, some of these infrastructures are old. These masses that you're seeing, some of them are old and they need a newer one. They need to be remodeled. They need the newest version to be made available, and all this cost money. And on top of this, somebody will go and be vandalizing again, while we need the newer versions. And this particular situation, which is all this old version of this the masses, these are some of the reasons that is causing slow network, because these things are not longer new. They have been there for long and they need to be renewed. Okay, then the next thing is there is multiple taxation, and this multiple taxation, I want to zoom it a little bit to talk a little bit about that multiple taxation. There is a lot going on in telecom. I'm just going to take a little bit of it. The first one is right of way. There is what they call ROW charge, which is right of way. That right of way is the charges that is usually from the state government, right, to telecom companies. It's the amount of charge that they are charged by when they are laying their fiber. Now, usually it's around 5,000 naira per meter of a fiber that they lay, and you see how long their fiber used to be, how long it used to be, right of way. And also, apart from this, there is local government charges, there is whatever, there is import, there's whatever. Then the few ones that we have again, we have value added tax, which is 7.5% for this telecom industry. Then we have annual operating levy, AOL. This annual operating levy is 2.5% of their revenue they pay to the government, NCC, right? Then the next thing is there is company income tax. The company income tax, they pay 30% for this company income tax, and there are many more tax, some of them 0.05%, some of them whatever. I cannot assemble all of them, but these are just few ones, right? Now, the next thing you want to know is, why is it that your data don't longer last in your phone? Why is it so? I want to give you a scenario. I want to paint a scenario for you. The first one is 4-cylinder versus V6 engine of a car. 4-cylinder cars are known for their fuel efficiencies. If you buy a brand new 4-cylinder car, for instance, right now, and you drive it along with a V6 engine between Abuja and, let's say, Maiduguri, okay, if each of you should fill your tanks, you will see that what will happen is that the location or the distance that V6 will cover with half the full tank, it will cause this the location that of 4-cylinder will cover with half the full tank. The V6 engine is going to take full tank to cover this location. What does it mean? There is an enhanced technology on our phones. If you look at the phones we have in the previous time, you see some of the phones are even, the resolution is about 360, some of them even 720, but now we have resolution of up to 4,000, which make it easy for you to view videos more clearly, pictures more clearly, and everything more efficient. And this is at the expense of increased data consumption. This make you consume more data on these phones. So the enhanced technology on phones also come at the expense of our data. So we consume more data compared to the olden form, right? Then the next thing is there is auto update. Let me be sure my mic is working. There is auto update. There are there are applications like Instagram, like Facebook, like TikTok, whatever you have on your phones that sometimes auto update, and this background information this background operation that occur usually leads to more data consumption when you are not even conscious. Okay, then the next thing is scrolling social media, which is what most of us do a lot of time. You scroll Instagram, and in the Instagram you are viewing videos or images of high resolution. You are consuming more data, right? You scroll TikTok, you are watching videos, you are consuming more data while watching a little bit, compared to when you are using old form of phones that consume less data. Now, how do you decrease data consumption? This is the important part that you want to know. The first thing is, I advise you use long-term subscriptions. Now, while data increase occur frequently, it will occur frequently as the inflation goes up, the naira devaluation goes. That is how data increase will also go up. If you have long-term subscriptions, you will not be affected. For instance, myself, I do 1 year subscription for my broadband, right? That 1 year subscription is around, it cost me 100,000 naira. The last one I did was in December. I will not do any subscription again till December. So even this increase do not affect me. Long-term subscription versus doing 2K subscription, 5K subscription that you finish in a week or even less, right? Long-term subscription, you have to categorize things. One, there are things that you must do. There are things that you may do. So those things that you must do, even if it costs you much, just do it once. Long-term subscriptions. The next thing you should do is download videos only when you need them. There are videos you download and you don't end up watching them. You spend data downloading them. So what you do is to download videos only when you need them. And the next thing is mindful scrolling of social media. If there is no need for you to scroll social media at a particular time, don't do it. Don't waste your data. Just keep your data put, right? Then the next thing is what? Night subscriptions. There are people that want to download long videos. Do night subscription. Download these videos. You can start downloading them and sleep off. Night subscription typically occur around from 12. I think so. From 12. When in school I used to do it, but I don't do it again. But from 12, you can be downloading till 4. Do night subscription. So, if this video is helpful, kindly share this video. Share it on your Facebook and your profile. Let others get value as well. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my page so that you can continue to benefit from this type of video. And the question I have for you is, which of this network is the most efficient for you? I want you to write it in the comment section. The most efficient network: MTN, Glo, Airtel. Which one do you prefer and why do you prefer it? We'll see you in subsequent videos.